back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. So it has been reported that Cardi B allegedly owes Titanic some money. Okay. And that's one of the reasons why she is trying to drop another album so quickly. Okay. Now, a blind item revealed and said the former A+ list rapper is in discussions with her label as to how much she owes them. They are going to drop her and she owes them millions, but doesn't have this kind of scratch any longer. Okay. Now, a few days ago, she basically went on Spaces and said that she is going to drop another album. Let's take a listen.
Well, first thing first, I see a lot of people asking for deluxe. I see you guys asking for deluxe and or asking to do a remix album like Charlie X or something. And unfortunately, I am not doing none of that. I'm not putting out a deluxe and I'm not doing a remix album. What I gave ya is what y'all getting. However, I want to put out a project out, another album in less than a year. So I'm really planning on that. I want a new era. I kind of know what I want it to look like. I kind of want, it's going to be different from Am I the Drama? And I kind of know what the directions that I want to take it. I hope and I pray, I hope and pray that in the next year, um, I don't have to rap about certain things that I rapped about this album, and I be in a better space with men. But I kind of know what I want my album to sound like, my next album to sound like. So no, I'm not doing no deluxe. I want to do a project soon.
Now, even though I do believe that Cardi B is dropping because she definitely did not outsell Nicki Minaj and she didn't even do 200K first week. She did 199. Let's be very clear if you want to be very specific. That's what she did first week, and I feel like she's trying to get her lick back at Nicki Minaj. She probably does owe her label so much money because she was selling her album for the same price as a hot dog wiener. Okay? So when you sell your album for $3.99, which technically the label must have approved it, that could make you owe money because they're not really recouping fully what they might have put into the project. They put millions behind the project and probably didn't recoup as much as they thought they would. So that's why she is rushing to put out another album. So let me know how y'all feel about that. So moving on from that, Doja Cat is getting clowned because the highest charting female rap albums on Billboard 200 chart this week, Cardi B's at the number 6 spot with I Am the Ugly album, and Doja Cat's V is down 55 spots on the album 200 chart, which is definitely not good. But in hindsight, they're two different type of albums in my opinion. Doja Cat did more of a pop thing this year. Okay. So a lot of fans are clowning Doja Cat because Cardi B each week has been outselling her. But I feel like Doja Cat and Cardi B's album should not be compared because Doja Cat clearly went the pop route. It's just not working for her this year. And I think that is because people are not connecting to Doja Cat. And it's her fault. She isolated, her black fans. She basically doesn't try to appeal to black culture anymore. And I feel like she lost her cult following. Cardi B, who is not black, definitely wants to be involved in black culture. She actually isolates her Latina community a lot. She says she's the trap Selena, but she don't got no Latin hits, which I previously discussed, which I think is also a little bit weird how she is the trap Selena without no Latina hits. But that's just my opinion. I feel like they both isolate their audience. But the black culture, black people embrace Cardi B. They don't embrace Doja Cat because they think she's racist and she don't like black men. Now, speaking of flopping, Billboard has announced for the first time ever since February of 1990, there are no rap songs that are in the top 40 on Billboard, okay? And unfortunately, the 35-year streak has officially ended. Now, a lot of people are blaming Cardi B. Cardi B just recently dropped. You dropped 20 songs and nothing's in the top 40? And hip hop had that streak for 35 years and Cardi B ruined it. I'm not going to blame Doja Cat because that album wasn't hip hop, no way. Okay? No other female rapper has dropped an album or even recently dropped a single except for Megan Thee Stallion, which we will see if it charts next week, but still the streak has ended. Okay, so a lot of people are blaming Cardi B. Champagne Thickums, he's not on Billboard right now. Neither is Kendrick, neither is Nicki, but they haven't recently dropped, okay? When they do drop, they would be held accountable. But until then, Cardi B has to receive 50,000 lashings because you just dropped 20 songs and none of the songs are in the top 40. Your album just dropped like a month ago, okay? And on top of that, you was bragging that you was going to have hits. Do y'all remember that?
There is an album. So you talking about no album? What? Y'all don't even want me to drop that album because y'all gonna be fucking crying. Because I'm going to outsell.
Now, Gorilla Glue's hairstylist has now chimed in to clap back at Kellon and Megan Thee Stallion. See, Kellon was throwing some shade, saying to Gorilla Glue's stylist, not the hairstylist, the fashion stylist, that you ain't no Kellon because they were at a basketball game together. A lot of people feel like she copying Megan Thee Stallion. So, the hairstylist, not EJ, but the female hairstylist said, y'all hottie hoes, weird and laced. Stream and buy y'all B-word's music. Y'all don't do ish, but help a B-word argue overly pathetic. Not gonna lie, I need that from B-words today. So that is what was said by GloRilla's hairstylist, okay? And EJ and Kellon was going back and forth yesterday, okay? Now, here's my thing. I feel like Megan probably feels some type of way about Gorilla Glue's star power, how she's able to get men to kind of listen to her music. A lot of black men have turned on Megan because of the Tory situation. Megan was crying on live, saying how people are getting paid to shit on her. People are getting paid to drag her. And I think she feels as though GloRilla has taken her spot. That's what's really happening. She feels like GloRilla has taken her spot, even though I feel like it's really D0JA, in my opinion, that has taken her spot. The reason why I feel like it's D0JA instead of GloRilla, because GloRilla was never really known as a lyricist. There was a time when people felt like Megan could really rap, that she had bars for days. She's not in that category anymore because the music in the last year or so has been lackluster. But D0JA is still in that category. And I feel as though Megan probably is a little bit jealous of Gorilla Glue's star power. The fact that she's able to get like LeBron and all these NBA players to kind of stream her music. I like Clay for Megan. Don't think that they will last. But I don't really think he's streaming her music like that. I bet you he has probably bumped to Glow. He has probably bumped to GloRilla. No shade, okay? Black people are not checking for Megan, mostly because of the Tory situation, but she thinks that people have it out for her. And I think that she feels like GloRilla probably took her spot when it comes to just dropping hits back to back. But even when Megan was in her prime, okay, which was, in my opinion, 2019, 2018, okay, maybe even a little bit of 2020. I feel like Megan wasn't always dropping hits back to back. It would be hits and misses like everything else, okay? And here's the thing. GloRilla better get in the booth because Megan is gearing up to directly throw shots at GloRilla. I don't think GloRilla gonna be ready though. I don't think Megan is gearing up to throw shots, and she got a lot to say about GloRilla. She gonna call her ugly. Okay, unfortunately, Young Thug started that. You know, he's been calling Gorilla Glue ugly. Now people want to hop on that bandwagon. Now, Gorilla Glue was never cute. Let's be very clear. She's a strong, 5 at best. But I do feel like people have been overly attacking her looks, okay? She does feel like, Gorilla has been copying her style, okay? She feel like she's been trying to dress sexier because of Megan Thee Stallion. And she does have Megan's own fashion stylist. So with that being said, shots will be thrown, unfortunately. And I think Gorilla Glue got to get in the booth because Megan is coming for you. Okay? She is coming. That's why Kellen is so, out there with the shade, because Megan is brewing a diss track. And so Glow, get in the booth. Now, here comes Cardi B's lapdog trying to, I guess, gaslight the fans after it was exposed that Stefan Diddy has been cheating on Cardi B. Ken Botch Barbie said, drinking months-old piss. You can't make a B-word mad over a nigga that love her to death. He love her to death, but he have babies on her. Well, I guess Off the Cheat loved her to death too. Wasn't he cheating on her? Still claiming Cardi B? Why she leave Off the Cheat? Okay? You left a man that was cheating on you for another man that's cheating on you, and you think he loves you to death? Well, then Off the Cheat must have loved you too. Why didn't you just stay? Are you slow? So, to me, I feel like Ken Botch Barbie, he enables Cardi B's dumb behavior. And she has a lot of yes men around her. She believes that this man loves her. She's in a rude awakening in 2026. But I am here for the crash outs and the breakup, because guess what? We finna get into some things. So I'm here for the heartbreak. I know the music gonna be trash, but the drama is gonna be lit. All I'm asking from Cardi B is, can you wait to get played until 2026? Summer Walker and other people are dropping in November and December. So I'm going to need you to wait to get played and dumped in 2026 so we can get into some things then. Okay? Thank you so much. Now, it also looks like Vodka, Cardi B's sister, is throwing some subliminal shade to Ice Spice. Now, Ice Spice was wearing Vodka's clothing brand, which we definitely don't care about. And Vodka decided to go on social media when they asked her, the delusion is you thinking Ice Spice wearing your brand. You deluded, illiterate, dimbat ass B-word. Then Vodka responded and said her team went to mine and asked for her to be on my model lineup. I said no because I didn't want her in my model lineup, so I gave her a clothing piece instead. I'm not making no assumptions. I said facts only, okay? So I guess people were wondering if Ice Spice was wearing Cardi B's sister's brand, her new clothing brand that she's putting out, and I guess she has. This is why Ice Spice has no backbone. Cardi B just got exposed for threatening you, okay? Saying when she see you, she gonna smack the shit out of you. And you run to her sister to be in her clothes? No wonder the trashy record flopped. Because one thing about you is you have no backbone, but a lot of these female rappers don't. But then Vodka came out and said that it wasn't her ex page, that she does not use that X page. Maybe it's fan made. But Ice Spice is still getting punked by Cardi. Now, Ra Ali calls out Nicki Minaj, okay? Because there's been a lot of speculation that Ra has stolen some things or some money from Nicki. She said, throughout the duration of our friendship, I have been nothing but loyal and genuine. And while you don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do, you certainly shouldn't get penalized for it. Even if you're going through a hard time right now, I can't allow you to destroy me and the business I've built. I can't tell you how much it saddens me that you've now decided to turn on me, the person who actually is in your corner. You've empowered and given license to others to spread deplorable lies about me, smearing my character and throwing away the friendship to be lied on by someone you don't know is one thing. For it to come from you is unimaginable. You have put me and so many people who have cared about you and have rooted for you at risk. Nicki Minaj, Onika, Tanya, Mirage, Petty, let's stop playing games with our lives. If any of these allegations were true, we have a very different conversation, wouldn't we? Show the evidence or apologize instead of sensationalizing headlines. Get offline and seek help. Reclaim your peace, your time, and your crown. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. A lot of fans are saying, well, she never mentioned Ra's name. Yeah, but Nicki may have been saying stuff behind the scenes and has gotten back to Ra. That's why Tasha K was so confident in spreading her name around, because it really came from Tasha. But according to Tasha K and a lot of other people, Nicki has been saying Ra's name behind the scenes. Okay? So that's why Tasha K was showing DMs of, who Nicki was talking about. Okay? So that's the thing. But let me know, who do you guys believe? Do you guys believe Ra? Do you believe Tasha K? Do you believe Nicki and Tasha K? Because Nicki's talking to Tasha K. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, Alandria claps back at Huda and her clout-chasing boyfriend Lewis and the Hood Rats. With that being said, she responded and said, I do not condone racism of any kind, nor do I entertain it. That kind of language is never acceptable. Not in anger, not in a joke, not ever. Words like that carry generations of pain, and pretending otherwise only keeps the cycle going. Defending it, laughing about it, or making excuses is even worse. I will not let this moment derail my purpose of uplifting my community. I'm standing firm in who I am and using this as an opportunity to call for real accountability and awareness. We all have a role in building a culture where speaking to one another with respect is the standard, and where speaking against hate speech is the bare minimum. While I anticipate this will result in a surface level apologies that fade in a few days, I like to transform this moment into something actionable. I encourage those who have participated in the stream and their followers to demonstrate a genuine commitment to anti-racism by donating to organizations and foundations dedicated to educating and uplifting the community, such as UNICF and the NAACP, and or the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. I will be making a personal donation as well. In the next slide, I'll be sharing donation links to contribute in support of HBCUs and underfunded educational resources for Black students. Okay. Now, Hood Rat decided to come out and post her fake ass apology to Alandria. She also posted her own links to, where her fans could donate. But I feel like that was just for PR. I don't think her apology was genuine. I think it was strictly for PR because she don't want to lose any brand deals. She got that Huda Beauty brand deal. She got, I think, Call of Duty. So she don't want to lose her brand deals. And that is the reason why she did that fake ass apology. I think Huda should be canceled because, to be honest with you, I think a lot of these women like the Hudas, the Cardi Bs, the Evelyn Lozadas, the Ckiminaj, they like Black men, but they don't like Black women. And they really don't like Black people, but they benefit off Black culture. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Nicki, Queen Taylor, Sydney Sweeney, Selena and Haley's beef behind the scenes. Link will be in the description. I hope you have a great day.